Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for Braden in a car after having too much coffee! Now, we kind of had a little bit of a tease episode yesterday announcing the return of the to and from work commute daily vlog like things that we got going on here. We have the new rig set up. I am happy with the way that it's come together. Still definitely some improvements to be made. Obviously we don't have the ability to show you multiple camera angles right now, but we do have this fun way of kind of moving around a little bit. I mean, we can look out the front. And now I'm realizing that I'm probably just going to need to wash my windshield to be able to do this again. See, all these little steps, just little by little. We will be back in full Braden in a car after having too much coffee. Now, for the return, I did mention that I forgot the key element, and that was coffee. And I have had some coffee today. So we might not be to that too much level yet, but we're definitely back in the caffeinated stage. Which brings me to kind of the 2 points that I wanted to make today. A, we're going to keep working through some improvements. This show is all about improvements, really. Improvements to self, improvements to gears and setups for videography stuff. That's really why I do this show, and I'm realizing my "this is not for you" framed image is fallen behind me, so I'm not going to be able to get to that today. But I do these shows because it keeps me thinking differently about how to do production. I mean, it is not an ideal setup to be in a car talking while trying to film. And then trying to come up with a workflow that is just as single button push as possible to record and get it onto YouTube or Facebook or wherever it ends up that you view it, as simple as possible. And that's really, it's a way of keeping myself in check, constantly rethinking the way that video production can be done. And it's to help myself and stuff. And I like to share these kinds of things to tell people how they work, because that's part of my job too. So, in the fashion of before, this vlog, while some people try to do them to quit their day jobs, this is literally to keep me sharper at doing my day job. That's what this is. In a normally pretty downtime. Normally I'd just be listening to podcasts during the commute. I still get to do some of that. I don't need to do quite as much as that as I do with the time I have to drive. It is still kind of fun to sit and spend a little time talking to you, the internet, to my friends, to a weird audience, to YouTube bots that leave comments that are completely generic. You're the real heroes out there, generic bots that leave comments. You're the real heroes. And my other point that I wanted to make today, since we are trying to get back into this, I was trying to get to the point of doing some sort of monetization, because you have to have a goal to get to, right? Well, one kind of presented itself to me in the downtime of COVID that we weren't doing vlogs, and that's a Buy Me a Coffee. They're a Twitter account that I've been following, and I just kind of felt like, well, that's really the essence of the show as well, is coffee. So I set up a Buy Me a Coffee link. So I have it, I'll put it in descriptions and stuff. It's also on a website that I set up for these things, bradenhenze.com. Totally committal, okay? So you do not need to buy me a coffee. I have just made it easier. If you would like to contribute to the show, you can buy me a coffee just by clicking a link. It's yellow. It's right in the middle of my page. But yeah, I set up BradenHenze.com a while ago. It's another one of those things to keep me sharp, I guess, or keep me doing something. I don't have a regular need to be working on web page development, specifically WordPress type things. I do it mostly as a hobby. But if I don't have active projects to keep, what's the latest in WordPress updates, then I need to find something that pushes me back into that just to stay up on things, So I created the website. I mean, we used to have, my very first website was slimmovies.com. No longer a thing, but I kind of feel like we could just still bring that back in a new way, just to have it out there as kind of an internet archive type thing. Now, slimmovies.com is out there on the Wayback Machine. So if you want to go see the very first webpage I made, I believe I was using FrontPage, Microsoft FrontPage website builder back in high school. It's out there on the Wayback Machine in all its glory. I still like the Slim logo that we made all the way back then. I use it on my gear still now. I talked about that, I know, in one of the vlogs that we did before. Oh, this is going to be a stop that's not going to be fun. Ooh, yellow light right at the wrong time. I'm going to back up a little bit. I could have gunned it, but I felt like with all the gear here, we'll just wait it out. So how's it going? I can look at you for a second. How you doing? This is the fun of trying to do video production while commuting on your way home, everyone. So I've made my couple points that I'd like to make for the day. We shouldn't make these longer than they need to be. And I am trying to actually use my phone after these have been recorded to upload to YouTube, at least. And that kind of worked out yesterday. So we're going to try that again. We're going to get this production workflow down as best as possible. And if I can get these, uploading before I even get to work or home, that's even less time that I have to worry about, doing something at that point. So you'll be still getting content. So I hope everybody's had a great day. We'll be back, and we'll get back into the normal format of talking about what the day of it is, what's the weather going to be like, those kind of things eventually. But here we are, our first commute on the way back home. Another one in the can, as they say. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.